episode number 11 with Maliah Robles. Got to get the whiskey on.
With the best daughter.
The one of the best daughters. Today's episode is brought to you by Crater Lake Whiskey. It's a... Am I hitting the table or is that you? What is that? I'm hitting something.
I don't know.
It's been so long since we did this. Sorry, audience. Let me take a sip.
We have one new decoration.
The Justin Timberlake pop socket or pop. What is this thing called? Pop rock. Is that what they're called?
I didn't know what they're called. I knew they're like pop.
Pop. Yeah.
Oh, is it rock? Because I don't know.
Well, I thought they were called like.
They're called.
They're not pop sockets because those are the things on your phone. I don't know. Oops, shit.
Justin Timberlake.
Justin Timberlake. What else did you... Oh, my magazine or my comic. It's up in the closet over there. Or it's in the thing. Anyway, episode number 11. We're back after a hiatus.
Really long.
Couple COVID positives. Bunch of pounds gained on my end. I don't know about you. I don't know if you've gained any weight during this whole thing.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Is this making that rocketing noise? If you can hear that, I apologize. I don't know
That's
what
why
that
I was
is.
moving it slowly.
I don't know if that's that or maybe it's the table.
I don't know. There's a lot of cords.
I guess I didn't do as good as cleanup. So we're rocking the single camera angle. My multimedia manager quit. She decided to pursue other interests. She's going into accounting.
No, I'm not. Never. No, that is the last job I will have.
I still think you should do it. Either accounting or a lawyer. Come on, do it.
Those are like
Give it a
both things I
consideration.
don't want to be at all.
Why? I understand the accounting because I know you don't like numbers, but lawyer?
Because you have to know so much about the law.
You can get your dad out of trouble when he runs people over for pissing him off.
I don't think I can get you out of that. No,
Allegedly.
Actually, I don't know, man. Some people get off with some crazy stuff. 'Cause, like, this morning, I was watching, again, the Casey Anthony one.
No, that's the one where she said her kid was missing, right, for like a month before she
Mom
reported it.
Yeah, her mom called the cops.
That's crazy.
And then I don't know. There's just
She
so
got
much
away with
evidence.
that, right?
Yes, and there's so much evidence against her. I think she literally looked like things up about it.
Did she have a jury trial or was it a judge?
I have no idea.
I can't see why she got away with that. That's so crazy.
It was probably just a judge, because I feel like if it was a jury, I think everyone thought she was guilty.
See, but I think most of the truth came out after the trial, right? That's why.
Probably.
That's probably why she got off.
I didn't finish watching the thing that I was watching.
If you wait a month, if I waited a month to have you to report you missing, someone's gonna be suspicious.
You have to have like something to do with
this motherfucker.
Yeah, that's why it was so crazy to me, and it was just so sad.
It is sad. It's
Because
unfortunate.
I watched that after I got into like thinking of a lot of stuff today, because I was also watching like it was something kind of showing like how people try to act like mentally ill and stuff to like try to get out of going to prison.
Like they act insane.
Yeah, so they act like, because it was showing like what like a person that actually ended up going into like some mental thing, like how they like spoke and how they acted and all that stuff.
Was it a guy or a girl?
It was a guy, and then they compared it to and like showed like how they were able to like figure out that he was mentally stable. The Parkland shooter.
Is that a recent one?
That's the one that happened on like Valentine's Day, like 3 years ago in Florida. But yeah, it was just weird because Did
he kill just random people or was it people he knew?
It was at a school. It was a school shooting.
Oh, yeah. Those are like the worst.
Yeah, they're really bad. Yeah. No. Yeah, I don't even know. I was always kind of curious about how they kind of determined if somebody
is insane.
Yeah, because I just feel like you have to be insane to do that. So I was just confused on how they kind of...
It's either that or something's off, right? it's either some medication they're taking that's made them go off, or their something mentally is wrong with them. And it could be just that they want attention, but I still think that's still something mentally wrong with them.
Yeah, it's insane. What was the reason that we did this?
To the podcast?
Oh, it's because you said
Today?
you said you would tell me a story
Of the strippers.
Yes.
Yeah, the strip clubs. So we were talking about Texas earlier, and she asked me if I would live there. And I said, yeah, I enjoyed it. And we were talking about the stuff that was there, Whataburger, Taco Cabana. I was like, man, there's a lot of strip clubs there, too. She's like, yeah, you were probably there all the time or something. Wasn't there all the time, but I did visit them, I think, twice, maybe 3 times while I was there. But the first time, and this is the story I was going to tell you, I was like, wait for the podcast, we'll tell the story. So the story is the green car, the Toyota that I crashed. That's another story. It was like the same week I got that, I decided to go out with my friend Will, and we went to this strip club that was next door to where I worked. So, like, here's the building I worked at, and here's the strip club, right? Like, literally next door. There's a parking lot between them. So I decided to park in the parking lot where I worked because the strip club was full. So we parked in the parking lot. We walked over. We were in there for maybe, I'd say an hour, maybe less. It wasn't really. It was too busy for me. Walked out. My car's gone. And I'm like, what? Where's my car at? And I'm like freaking out. I just got this car. Like someone stole my car. And so at the time, we only lived like maybe a block away from where we worked. It was really close to where we worked. So we walked to the apartments where we lived. And I'm freaking out. And I'm telling your mom, like, car got stolen. And what happened? She's like, where were you? And I'm like, oh, I was at the bar. I was at the bar or something. The car got stolen. Man, I don't know what that is. So I lied to her because I didn't want to hear it, you know. So called the cops, reported the car stolen. Like an hour went by. The cops called me, said, hey, we found your car. It got towed. And I'm like, it got towed? Why did it get towed? I don't know. Tow truck company said you parked in a spot you weren't parked in, so they towed you. So they gave me the information for the tow truck company, and I called him, and it was some old guy who, I think he was super religious. And I'm like, sir, you towed my car. I was at work. You towed my car. I work in that building. He's like, you weren't working in that building. You were at the strip club. He was just some southern type guy. And I'm like, no, sir, I was at work. I go, that's my work. I worked there. He's like, bullshit. You weren't at work. You're at the strip club. You heathen. You know, he's just. I'm like, what is going on here? I go, sir, I work in that building. I need my car back. He's like, well, if you want to get your car back, it's going to be $200. And I'm like, $200? At the time, I wasn't making that much money, so we didn't have $200. And I'm like, sir, is there any way I can, you release the car to me if I could prove that I work in that building, and I have my boss call you? And he's like, if you have your boss call me, I'll think about it. And I'm like, all right. So I hang up with him, and so I got to call my sergeant and explain to him that my car got towed. And he's like, were you at the strip club? And I'm like, yeah. I go, but can you tell him that I wasn't? Because he was getting on me about this. He's like, all right, Robles, I'll see what I could do. And so he calls this guy up, tells him that I was at work, and he calls me back. He's like, you owe me, Robles. This guy did not believe me. So I'm like, thank you, Sergeant. I appreciate it. And so he wouldn't release it to me until the next day. And so when I go down there to get it, this guy's still grilling me about being at the strip club and that I have kids because we had Mia's car seat in the back seat. And I'm like, I'm sorry, sir. I go, I wasn't at the strip club, and I'm just keeping up with this lie because I don't want to pay anything. And it was just all so much within a week. I get the car, get it towed. I'm lying to your mom. I'm lying to this guy. I think I did tell your mom.
Sergeant life.
Yeah, I have my sergeant. It was just a bunch of lies. So that teaches you folks, do not lie because it's just a snowball. So it was bad. I did tell your mom eventually, and she got mad at me, and I was like, oh, whatever. So
That sucks. Oh, that is so scary. I don't even. Yeah.
it was the feeling of your car not being there that you just got. Not. It was like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? That was all my money. You know, we had to spend money to get that car. Money we really didn't have, but we tried to live like as budget as possible. Eat.
So did you not have a car for a little bit?
No, the car I had previously was the one that, excuse me, it was a Ford something, Tempo, Taurus something, crappy car. I was making payments on it, even though I had I already put like $2,000 into it, like to buy it. The car wasn't worth $2,000. I couldn't get a car because I was 19, didn't have credit, and the only car lot that would give me a loan was this one, so they kind of cheesed me. But I took that car back after I wrecked it. It was like, here you go, I don't want it. I go, I want you to sign something saying you're not gonna come after me.
Oh yeah, you said that. I remember that story.
Yeah, I confronted the owner, and the owner looked like a dude from Grand Theft Auto. You know, he had the open Hawaiian shirt with hair and a gold chain. He's balding, but he's got that comb over because he thinks he has hair, but he doesn't. And I don't know what nationality he was, but he's just a sleazy dude. And I was like, yeah, man, you ain't coming after me for this because I have plans. And it was like the same day, or maybe it was like a couple days after I'd got the green car. I took that back. And I was like, I'm not paying you anymore. And I want you to sign something saying you're not going to come after me. And he did. And I was like, all right, I'm out. So I probably could have made him just tell him that I was done paying. And he needs to sign it over to me. But I just didn't want to deal with it.
That's really scary.
Crazy times.
Yeah, that's just so scary. Because, like, you said you were 19?
Yeah.
Oh. I would, die.
Maybe I was 20 at that time.
I don't care. That's still close. That's so scary.
Why?
Because I'm not good in like any situation. So I'd be like,
No,
Dad.
I was older because I was 20 when I got the junker car. So I would have been, I think it was like 2 years later, or maybe a year later.
How long did you live in Texas?
We lived there for 3.5 years.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't think it was that long.
Yeah. It was we got there at the end of 97 and then left at the end of 2000. So 3 years.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. It's a good time. I still live there.
We should go.
Yeah, I don't know about San Antonio because when I went to go to Sierra's graduation,
I forgot you went to that.
Yeah, it had changed. It looked dirtier than I remember it. And the places that I remember going shopping, like for the Walmart and the Target and stuff where we would go, I was like, wow, this place has gone to shit.
Weird.
So, and it might have just been that area.
I want to see Texas. I want to see a lot of places. I just think it'd be cool. I just want to see what it's like. Hear everyone's accents.
And I don't know if this was just San Antonio, but or the area we were in San Antonio, there wasn't that many people that I heard accents. That tow truck driver for sure, he had an accent. But like you go to the store and you talk to people, and I think it was mainly because I was near the military section of San Antonio.
Oh.
It's pretty diverse there, but I think maybe at a couple restaurants I heard somebody with an accent. And then they had their local, not customs, but like just things like we call things pop. They call everything Coke.
That's weird.
They had these, and I want to know how to make them. Wow. Holy moly. I gotta get this table fixed. Sorry, audience. They had these, they call them puffy tacos, and I don't know if I can't remember if they were like a flour shell or a corn tortilla, but they would like deep fry the taco shell and it'd be puffy. And they put the meat in it. It was really good.
Weird.
It was only at like one restaurant that I remember going to that had those, but a lot of good food down there. I think that's what I enjoyed the most. Obviously, I like me some food.
Yeah, it's weird how different, like, the other side of the country is, like, different from us.
Well, the East Coast definitely different.
Oh, no, the East Coast.
It's like a whole different country. They have, it's just a different
I
attitude.
feel like
and
they're
everything.
wild.
Yeah.
They just seem insane.
It's just different. It's like,
I don't know. I feel like they just don't care.
Like, no, they care.
Like,
I think they have probably, at least where I was at, the Southeast. I think they had more morals. I think the further west you go, we kind of were lacking on morals. But I don't know. That's my
still
opinion.
wanna go
Sorry
to
if
New
I offended
York.
anybody. You still want to go to work?
New York? Oh, I never want to go to work. I want to go to New York.
I don't want to go to New York.
I want to see it.
No idea why
But
you
I think
want to
I'd
go
be
there.
scared. I think I'd get like hit by like a car. I'm not good at crossing roads.
I
I
think
wouldn't
you
know
just
when
have
to go.
like, well, in that area, they're rude there.
Yeah, I
think
would
you
not
just
know
have
when
to
to
be rude.
cross, and they would just like hit me.
Just do like.
And like
in
subways
the
scare
movies,
me,
you
but
hit
you
their
like
hood,
almost
tell 'em,
have to take the subway.
I wouldn't take the subway. If you go there, don't take the subway. Just walk.
Yeah, but if I'm trying to get somewhere that's like too far to walk?
I don't know.
I think you like have to take the subway.
Yeah, but I think that's if you're going through the different boroughs. You know, if you're going from like
I
the
don't
Bronx
understand how
to
subways
the,
work, but
they're just trains
they would
underground.
scare me.
Well, yeah, and I think people get mugged a lot there.
Probably.
It's just like.
Well, yeah, that's weird how like certain places you have to be like careful about things. I don't remember where it was. Somewhere in California. I want to say maybe, I don't remember where. But when Annabelle went on a band trip, they had to like make sure to keep their bags like in front of them because of the what are they called?
Pickpocketers?
Yeah.
Pickpocketer.
It's like a tongue twister.
I can't say it.
Yeah, those people.
Yeah.
So they had to like beware of that. That's so weird.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to. It scares me. I don't want you to be over there. I don't want you doing those things. I want you just to carry some.
See, I
nice
don't know where I want to
spray
live.
people.
I just want to leave Yakima, I think.
I know you.
It's not like terrible here, but I would prefer a lot of other places.
What's your expectation for living somewhere else?
What do you mean?
I mean, you say you don't like Yakima, but
I think I want to live
but what do you expect there to be that's so different?
But I think I just want to live closer to like a big city. I don't want to live in a big city, but I want to live closer to one because there's a lot of things to do in big cities. And I want more things to do. Because here...
But do you think you're going to be going to Disneyland and Universal Studios all the time?
But there's like cool things, more food places.
It's more diverse and stuff like that.
I just feel like there's just more... And I'm closer to where they hold concerts.
Drive the 2 hours to Seattle.
That's like far.
Well, how far out of the big city do you want to live?
I don't know.
Because
But
if
closer
you
than
live
2
anywhere in
hours.
California outside of the big city, you're going to be driving 2 hours just to get to where you need to be anyway.
Actually, not really. Where Caleb lives, it's only like 45 minutes.
That's still
But that's still very
go live
close.
in North Bend.
And that drive doesn't feel that long. And you know what I've noticed? I don't know if I just have missed all of the signs or something, but I swear to God, every time we go somewhere in California, there's no rest stops. I have not seen a single one. No sign, nothing. And I don't know if I've just missed them, but
Oh, that's weird.
they just don't exist.
I don't think I ever
Not that
remember
I've,
seeing them there.
Not that I've tried, like, I've needed to, like, actually find one, but
I think it's because
I've just never seen them.
It's so... There's so many cities.
they're all
need
pretty
one.
close.
You don't need to have... It's not like here to Seattle where there's 4 or 5.
I guess that
And
makes
it's out in the
sense.
middle of nowhere.
Yeah, because we would... Like, the way we went, we would just pass so many cities. Like, it was pretty fast to get to
I wonder if
the next one.
if you were going from like LA to like Modesto, there's that length of California where I don't think there's much. I wonder if there's any rest stops there.
God.
Like, the further out you get.
Thank God we didn't ever need one. I mean, once we arrived at the places, we didn't need to go to the bathroom. But thank God we never did, like, on the road. Especially because, you know, things are weird right now with, like, trying to find a bathroom. I guess, like, stores. Certain stores.
Would you use one of those gender-neutral bathrooms?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Those scare me.
I mean...
What if a guy just says, I'm going to pretend whatever, goes in there and...
I mean, I would probably... I don't know. I don't really care. But...
He's flashing his
if it's
ding-dong around.
open...
Like,
okay,
fuck,
I
dude?
doubt
Come
that would
on.
happen.
I don't.
But...
People are fucking stupid.
Oh, I know. I think I would... For me, mainly because guys are just weird. I would go to just, you know, a regular freaking women's bathroom, but I mean, I don't know, guys are kind of weird. I'll never forget when I was 16.
Weird women too.
When I was 16 years old and I was cleaning the cinema men's bathroom, and a guy just walked in and just went pee, and I was like, you couldn't have, like, given me 5 seconds to leave. Like, I was on my way. Thank you.
I'm sure women have done that to people too. I mean, you can't just say men are weird.
Yes, I can.
It's equal.
But
It's equal. They're equally weird.
Yeah, kind of.
Just because I'm your father and I'm weird doesn't mean all men are weird.
Yeah, but you're not, like, creepy. Thank God.
Well, not to my daughters, thankfully, God. Probably to Joanne. Joanne always calls me creepy. She's like, you're creepy.
But you're not, like, weird.
Yeah, I try not to be.
You're not like the weird guys that, like, I avoid at work because I just know they're gonna make me uncomfortable. Like, oh, yeah. Actually, nothing's happened. I think the last weird interaction was just that time at the cinema. Thank God. Other than that guy that made me get on the phone with his wife, but, you know, that he wasn't creepy. He was just annoying.
I'm going to move this so I don't have to look over it to see.
And hopefully he sees this. I didn't like you. I'm kidding. You or your wife.
Oh, man.
No, I can't believe it. I was just talking to Mom about that today, too. Because we were talking about something. And I said, you know, I'm surprised the customers never made me cry. And I was like, that guy was just insane. I was like, I think I was just in shock. I don't think I really processed what happened. Because what? Oh, that's so weird. Yeah. Nothing too bad has happened in a while. I think that was the last bad thing, but I also stopped dispensing a lot, so I don't have to deal with.
You work more solo on your own now.
Now it's just people asking me where things are. And I don't know where anything's at Walmart. Please don't ask me.
Please don't ask me.
I don't know.
I don't know anything.
I know that they moved everything to, like, the complete opposite side, and I don't know. The butter was gone. I don't know if they finally moved it back. I haven't been to work in, like, 3 days.
Are they going to... Do you know what their final layout's going to be?
No.
That sucks.
I've heard that it's supposed to look like the other Walmart, but I haven't been there since I was, like, 7, so I don't know what it looks like.
Yeah, I haven't been to that one for a while.
I mean, I do think it's nice to have the pharmacy up front, just because that makes more sense. Cosmetics being by Garden Center is a little weird. Hopefully they move that random chip aisle that's in the middle of, like, the entire store. But, yeah, I don't know. That place gives me nightmares.
Yeah, I bet.
Love it.
So
Don't fire me.
What's changed since the last time you were on the podcast? You got your own car.
I got a job. I don't think I was working there. And if I was...
No, you weren't.
It was, like, shortly after.
It was before I got COVID.
Oh, yeah. And I started working there, like, right before that.
So you were still working at the movie theaters. So you
Technically.
change jobs. Still in college.
Sadly.
Got a car. Stop being my social media manager.
Just completing my first year of college.
Yeah, in a couple weeks, huh?
Yeah, my last thing is due on the 9th.
Good.
And I have to take it on the 9th, which kind of sucks.
But
I wish it was, like, open for like, the day before so I can just take it then.
You're taking the summer off so you can relax a little bit. You're going to go to Florida in August or September.
Me and Mia are probably going to go see the Jonas Brothers. The day
Did you
after
tell
my
her
birthday.
about that?
I did.
Was she here today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She stopped by.
Is she okay?
Yeah.
Miss you, Mia. Love you. Good. Was she happy? Was she like, yeah, I want to do that?
Well, yeah, because I texted her last night and I said, the Jonas Brothers are coming. And I was like, they're pretty cheap.
When is it? Because I wonder if she can take off time since she's still new.
The one, there's two, but I can't go to one of them because I'll be in Florida. But it's August 30th or 31st.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's the 30th.
By then she should be able to. I don't remember what she said their probation is.
God, they're going to hate me at work because I asked for the 29th off for my birthday. And then I didn't ask for the 30th off. I was like, oh, I'll work that day. But now I'm probably going to ask for it off. And then I asked for the 31st and stuff off because we're flying to Florida.
Yeah, I don't think hopefully they have more people there by the time that time comes around.
I don't know. We just lost a couple people again. We're continuously like, that's not even me. I don't really talk to people, so that probably gives off like a rude thing. I haven't really talked to a lot of the people that they just hired. A bit ago now. I have a little bit, just not a whole lot. I don't like to be the one to start the conversation. It scares me. So I just don't.
You should. You got to get used to that.
I don't like talking.
Well, I don't like talking either, but I do. I think I'm a better listener than a talker, but there's times when I have to try to bring up, or I have to start the conversation.
I'm just like...
I do it here. I think. Did I start this conversation or did you?
I don't know. I have started a few conversations with people. Not a lot, like 2 people, but that's good for me. That's enough. It's a start. I don't know what it is. I get scared. I don't know what about. I don't know.
I get it.
I think that's why I'm scared to go back in person too. To actually have to communicate.
Just take deep breaths.
Because at least when I do the Zoom meeting with my team project right now, all of us just have our cameras on.
Everybody's uncomfortable to see each other.
Yeah. We have our cameras on. I think we did once when we had to meet with the professor, and then we're going to have to for the presentation, obviously. But yeah, because we haven't had any, actual Zoom meetings with, a whole class. So that would scare me. And I don't want to go back. I do, but I don't.
It's one of those things that gives you anxiety. I get it.
Yeah, and I feel like it's going to be even worse.
Yeah, it's just something that you gotta confront.
And I'm also scared of having to find classes. It's not even a big college, but I'm terrified.
Why? Like physically find them? When you go back, or take classes?
Yeah, find the rooms. I don't know where anything's out there. That's huge compared to anything.
I think they have those kiosks that tell you where stuff is.
I know.
Maybe
I think I know where the library's at, and I think that's it.
They're opening it back up in fall?
No. Fall's still online.
Sorry for yawning.
Spring, I'm assuming
maybe just go there with Annabelle one day. You can walk the grounds right now and just look around and kind of figure out where stuff is. Prepare yourself. That way you're knowledgeable about the area already, so it's not as bad when you go do it.
Yeah, I'm just... yeah, that's so scary. Because I don't know how it's laid out. I don't know if it makes sense once you figure it out. Because I know Ike, it was kind of confused at first, but then it made sense because all of the hallways are numbered.
You got used to it. You figured out where stuff was. You got used to it. It's all about getting used to things.
I think Wilson was more complicated than Ike. It was Wilson was laid out weird.
Davis was laid out weird when I went there. Sorry, it was really bad for me.
That's Wilson's a little confusing. What was your favorite class?
Home ec. I just like to cook. I like to learn how to cook, and it taught me how to sew. It taught me what did I learn? Some other stuff. I think the cooking part, just because it was interesting to me. Obviously, I like food, and I like to cook it. So
yeah, I liked food science when I took it. Yeah. Kind of same.
Is that
not
home ec
really.
now?
Food science. I mean, we didn't learn how to sew. We just cooked.
I don't remember how to sew. That wasn't something I enjoyed, but
yeah, we did
if you forced me to, I probably could do it.
We did like cooking. Then we had to like kind of learn, not a whole lot of science about it, but a little bit. Like, I don't even remember, like a mixture. Like, that's not the same as this, and and then I had like a project. And
I wasn't a good student, and I'm glad that you were. I'm glad. I think Mia was too. I think she tried her hardest, but I was. I'm like you are when I tell you, hey, look into this, and you're like, I'm not interested, and so you won't do it.
yeah.
And so that's how I was. Like I wasn't. You would think because now I like history and stuff like that. It's like back then I couldn't stand it. Reading a history book, oh my god, I'd fall asleep.
I only like certain things. But the things that I like I feel like are like more like recent things. I don't like back in like the 1600s or like 12 BC or whatever that freaking was. Like,
I like that.
I kind of liked like the learning about like the gods. I did like that, but that was back in like 6th grade. I don't remember it really, but because I think I did a project on like Athena.
Like a Greek god.
Yeah.
Athena.
That's the one that was born out of like Zeus's head, right? Or is that somebody else? I did the one that's born out of Zeus's head because I remember writing about that and finding that out, and I was like, what the heck? She freaking just like burst because he had a headache, and then he just like
Really?
he just like came out of his head.
He's person.
Yeah. I think maybe it wasn't. I don't know, but that was interesting. I liked learning.
You like mythology. I like that stuff too.
You know, not good, but I liked learning about the Holocaust. I thought that was interesting. Very, very terrible.
It's sad, yeah. It's sad but interesting.
But
what do you think about the UFOs lately? The report that's coming out next week.
I saw something about that, but I didn't actually look into it. What's coming out next week?
So I think Trump or somebody 6 months ago, they made it to where the military has to declassify, or not declassify, but basically give Congress or the Senate information about what they know about UFOs.
Ooh.
And since then, there's been like 3 videos leaked that were taken by the Navy, maybe 4, maybe a couple.
Because I know that one video, but that was a while ago.
There's another one with this guy's on I think he's on a battleship or something, and he's got night vision looking at the sky, and there's a pyramid shaped UFO, and then like a few other ones around it, and they're just sitting there floating. And then one just got released yesterday, I think, where it shows on the radar a swarm of UFOs like going around a battleship. So it's showing the radar, and it's showing first it shows like 3 or something like around it.
That's cool.
And it shows one going like pretty fast. I think they said it was like 160 miles per hour. And then all of a sudden you see a bunch of them around it, and it's like that's kind of creepy. So.
Oh my god.
Right now they don't know.
Hopefully we get invaded. Dude, that'd be so cool.
If we got invaded, we wouldn't last. We just.
Well, what if they're like not like mean? They're like nice.
That wouldn't be an invasion. Then that would be just them. Hey, how you guys doing?
Okay, well, hopefully, I don't know. Maybe they'll come and kidnap me and take me to the freaking Earth. I don't care.
I don't know.
I think that'd be cool.
And I want to know. So there's supposed to be a report next week. That report to the Congress or Senate or whatever about what they know, and I'm hoping that it's probably not going to be a lot because I don't think they know much. But I think we do know that it's not us, and it's not other countries. So it's either something else that's been living on Earth that we weren't aware of, or it's something not from this Earth.
That's just weird. Because would it have to be like very far away? Because haven't they like seen the other planets?
If they're aliens, I don't know.
Like don't they know what's there?
So what's scarier is if they came from somewhere else.
So would it not be in our galaxy?
Or if they were already here and we didn't know about it.
Oh my god! You know what it could be? You know those like people that like live like in like those like islands that just aren't like in like society. They're just kind of like their own.
Yeah.
What if it's from them? Those people, because aren't they like people? It's so scary.
Yeah, but they're
they're probably living their
they're
life.
usually primitive people. Like they still have like arrows and sticks to kill whatever the hell is on the island to eat.
Oh, that's so
These
weird.
ain't people flying pyramids.
Well, maybe they figured it out.
Maybe if they did, then
I don't know how.
be scared of
they
them.
have like sticks.
So, here's my thought. It's either aliens, okay? It's either aliens and our history's wrong, and they've been coming back and forth for years, and it's kind of documented, but not really. There's really been no proof, or it's something that's, like I said, something that's been on Earth, and I think they're probably coming from like the oceans. And they have
They're from Antarctica.
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
Atlantis. They could be from Antarctica.
You're emerging.
Yeah, there's a story about Antarctica. Have you heard of that?
There's people there?
No,
That's not possible.
There's a couple different like weird conspiracies about one, the Nazis escaped to Antarctica, built a fortress down there, and been living down there, building their army up, and we encountered them at some point, and they destroyed our battleships. Or there's another one where there's like I think that's more of the Hollow Earth theory, where there's a hole there that goes down to some underworld
That'd be cool.
land that people live, and they have technology that's more advanced than ours.
Oh, I don't like that there's just so many unknown things. Like the ocean. Ugh.
I saw this video of the ocean.
Scares me.
I think it was a TikTok where they show like this weird thing that was like it looked like God, man, I gotta fix this table. It looked like a weird, like black hourglass at first, right? It's like floating, so it looked kind of fake, and then all of a sudden it transitioned to like a squid-looking thing that was pure black, but had like looked like it had LEDs wrapped around its butt.
Oh, that's so scary.
And like the submarine that's filming it is like trying to get closer, and then all of a sudden it gets sucked into the engine and gets cut out. It's like that could have been the only one of that kind, and these scientists just killed it. Oh man,
submarines are so scary. I never want to go in a submarine.
So bad.
The closest thing I've been to a submarine is that ride at Disneyland.
You wouldn't want to go under the ocean and see what's there?
Oh, dude, the ocean scares me. Unless I see like a mermaid. I want to see.
I think the creatures in the ocean scare me. The ocean itself doesn't.
Because it gets like dark.
Yeah,
that's so scary. I don't like
that's
dark.
If you go like, hundreds of feet down.
Yeah, but I don't want to get that far down. I go like 5 feet. It's good for me.
I don't know if I'd want to explore, but I'd want someone to be able to explore it, tell me what's down there.
Yeah, because I just don't like that they know, because they can't go that far down, right? I mean, they can go far, but not like
they can't
as far as it goes.
Yeah, because it'll crush.
And I don't like that.
Whatever's down there.
I don't like that.
Well, it's the closer. Oh, my footage is. Sorry, people. Yeah, I don't know if they'll ever figure out how to get all the way down there.
Speaking of all these conspiracy things, I still haven't asked Grandma about her stupid witch book.
Oh, Grandma, you got to bring that witch book. Maliah wants to learn witchcraft and practice it, but she's not going to practice it here.
Yes, I am. The basement. You're going to come downstairs. Like the crystals.
You'll be in a pentagram floating.
Actually, Annabelle and I were talking about crystals. How we should get some.
You should talk to Sabrina. I think she's into that.
Kind of cool.
Ask Joanne.
Except for there's that one. I don't remember what it's called, but it's like... I don't remember exactly.
The meteorite one?
It's like a moldavite.
Yeah.
It's like, it's supposed to like get rid of like the bad things in your life. But like all these things keep happening to people. And they're like sobbing other time. And I wouldn't want that one.
I think what it is, it's supposed to get rid of the stuff in your life that's not meant to be or some shit.
Yeah, it's
and usually
like
what
that.
happens is it's stuff that you want.
Yeah.
And you get rid of, but I don't know. I don't know if I believe in the crystals too much.
I think
I like crystals. I like looking at them. I think they're pretty. But I don't know if they possess energy. I think I need a little bit more proof than just how someone feels.
Cool. And I think they're pretty too.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting.
I think it's interesting. I think there's some lost knowledge. I think if you look back in our history and if people documented things, well, they probably did, but we just don't have access to it. But they document things better. I think there's some lost knowledge there. Maybe with crystals, more than likely with like Herbs.
That's another thing I like
Herbs
learning
and
about.
oils and
Was
shit
the
like
Salem witchcraft trials or whatever it's called.
Oh.
That was really interesting. That was like, actually, I didn't even learn it in history. I learned about it in English because we had to read some play about it.
You're just a little too deep into witches. I don't know if I like that. Don't be bringing no Ouija boards here.
No,
I believe
I
in
want a
that
Ouija
shit.
board,
I don't want that
but
shit here.
I don't want a Ouija board. But I remember that was really, really interesting. That's just weird. I liked it. It was good.
Just don't do anything you will regret. I don't want Gary to become real and start fucking tormenting us.
Become
Gary's
like
our
Bonnie
ghost
from the
downstairs,
Vampire
by the way.
Diaries. She's a
Who?
witch. I said Bonnie from the Vampire Diaries. She's a
I don't know
witch.
that.
She that's like intense witch stuff though. She like brought people back to life.
So we know Grandma will watch this. So Grandma,
She probably doesn't know where it's at.
find the witchcraft thing. I'm sure it's in the closet underneath that the pile of clothes. Just lift that up.
Oh my god, maybe it's in. I don't know if she still has things in there. I'm sure she does. I haven't been there in that room, the one downstairs.
The furnace room or the other one?
Yeah, like what's in there? I haven't been in there in years. I know she had like Halloween stuff in
I
there.
don't know. Last time I was
At
in
one
there,
point.
I cleaned it up, and it was when I lived there. So that was, jeez.
I used to go down there.
After you were born?
I think she had like masks down there. I know I went down there at one point to get something, and I'm assuming it's something
dead
Halloween.
bodies.
They're all like good stuff.
Some of her enemies.
Oh my god, because I remember I had a nightmare once.
About going down there?
No, kind of. Not about going down there. I had a nightmare that I was at grandma's. This was years ago. I completely forgot about this nightmare until now. Oh my god. I think I was just randomly there alone for some reason, like in this dream. And like this guy like was like banging on the door trying to get in, and I didn't know where to hide. And I ended up like going into that room and like hiding somewhere in there. And I don't remember what happened really. I think he ended up getting in, but I have weird dreams.
I had a dream the other day that Joanna was leaving me. And she was like, I'm leaving you. I'm like, why? Just because I love him. And I'm like, who? You know what Andy Richter is? You know Conan O'Brien is, right?
That sounds familiar.
He's the redhead on late. Jeez.
Oh, yes, I do know who
So
that
he's
is.
got a sidekick named Andy Richter. And he's this chubby white guy with blonde hair. And she's like, I love him. I love Andy Richter. And I want to give it a try. And I'm like, in my dream, I'm like confused. Like, why is she leaving me for Andy Richter? I'm like, okay. And I woke up. But
You have weird dreams. The one that always sticks in my head, forever it will stick in my head, is the one where you said that you had the haircut of the Bee Gees guy. I think it was a Bee Gees guy. You had somebody's haircut, and that will forever.
did I look like Maliah Jesus? God, I wish I could bring that up on the screen.
What?
The one where I got my face on your head.
I know. I forgot about that. Ew.
God, that's Michael Jesus.
That's so gross.
That's so gross.
That's like.
I might have to post that. I'll post this video. Like, hey, go watch this, and then post that picture of my face.
It's so bad.
That's horrible.
Oh, it's really bad.
I think I remember that. Was it the one with the flowing hair?
Yeah, I think my. I think
Maurice,
it's your.
Maurice Gibb.
I don't
Couldn't
know.
be the other one. It couldn't be the brother because he was bald,
Well,
and then
which hair is weird on them?
two of them had long hair, like long flowing Farrah Fawcett looking.
Okay, well, something
80s
tells
hair.
me it was probably like. It had to have been one of those.
Let me see.
It could not have been that middle one.
It would have been Maurice.
Which one's that? I don't know.
Which is, can I click on this? Oh no. Oh, how do you make this bigger? Oh, right there. No. I don't know.
Dad, you are a technology guy and you can't figure out.
I haven't had an iPhone for almost 2 years.
It's the middle one. Yeah, I was gonna go and find that one stupid picture of you. It's on your thing, right? Jesus one?
Oh,
yes,
my Facebook?
it is, because it's in... Maybe it's not. Who the heck posted it?
Would it have been on Facebook?
I thought it
if
was yours.
Was, man, that would have been like in 2012.
I could have sworn you had a thing titled, like, Face Swap. Or does Joanne? Someone has that.
Oh, it probably was me because I think I posted like a bunch of those because they were so funny.
Yeah, I thought you did too,
When
but
that
you don't have that
technology
album.
just first started. It was so good.
It's so ugly. What do you mean? I can't find it right now.
All of those were ugly.
So
Any one of those were just disgusting. Anything with my face on another body was like horrible. I was like, holy fuck, what the fuck is this?
It was like, I don't even, they did it so well. Oh, my favorite too is photoshopping things.
I know.
Like, I mean, people obviously noticed the main Pipple one, but hope y'all noticed him in the sky.
If nobody noticed Maliah's picture with the bundt cake, look at the one where it's kind of down, right? It's like,
yeah, I think we're sitting down with the bundt.
And the sky's in the back. Look in the sky. You'll see Pitbull.
You'll see.
He's blessing that bundt cake.
We'll have an ongoing joke about how no one is as great of a musician as Pitbull.
Well, has he made anything lately?
I don't know. But
so.
Nobody makes music like Pitbull
No one
did.
makes you dance like Pitbull.
Like, I can't think of a song on the top of my head for some reason, but
yeah, either can
I love those songs.
People used to say I looked like Pitbull. I don't think so. I don't look like Pitbull.
That's so funny. I don't think you
Joe Caruso, if you ever watch this, I know you're out there. Yeah.
Weird.
It is weird.
Oh.
I don't know who
I don't think I've ever been told I look
Pitbull.
like somebody. Thank God. I feel like they'd like tell me I looked like, I don't even know, somebody weird.
No. They'd probably just say me or your mom. You look at your mom. You look at your dad.
I'm adopted.
No, you're not.
I know. I surprisingly, matched with
Surprisingly.
both of you.
Well, or did I?
Ew. That's so weird.
What?
No, just
That you're my daughter?
No, that I don't look
I don't
like
think that's
either
weird
of
at
you.
all. You do. You look like both of us combined.
I don't feel like it.
Why?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Also, why are we so white compared to our family?
Because, just because that's our genes.
It's really funny. Like, you definitely look more adopted than I do. You look adopted. Sorry to break it to you. I think you might be. That DNA test was wrong.
Well, I mean, if you look at this picture of me and my sisters, I kind of look like I fit in there.
Wait. Yeah.
With the blonde hair and white skin, I look
right next to your fairy Mexican sisters.
I look like I could be Annabelle's brother.
You just look it's really bad. That's why.
What the hell?
If you wouldn't have gotten that DNA test, you would have just been adopted. I don't care if your mom says otherwise. I still think you are.
I think I just got a lot of the whatever genes give me the blonde hair when I was a kid.
The whitest
and
genes.
The white skin. But, as I've gotten older, I guess I'm a little darker. I tan well.
I'm pink.
Yeah. And I think that's because the Irish in you. I think you got a lot of...
I wasn't even that Irish, was I? I don't remember, but...
I don't know. I have to look. Whatever. I think
Either
you got more of your mom's skin tone genes than you did of mine, but I think you got a mixture of ours, so...
I think the only thing keeping me from looking 1,000,000% white is the fact that I don't have blonde hair. I think if I had blonde hair...
I wonder what you look like with blonde hair.
Bad, but I think I would be...
I don't think you'd look
I
bad.
would be 1,000,000% white. Right now I'm like 99. Like 99%.
It's not a bad thing.
It's not. It's just weird.
Yeah, I think it's only bad in your eyes because you feel like you're that sore thumb in the family. That's how I felt. Like, I don't fucking belong here. What the fuck? These people kidnap me? These people kidnap me?
It's just so funny, like, just the difference.
Where's my dad Tim and mom Jennifer?
Tim and Jennifer. Yeah, that's so weird.
It is weird. It's just genetics, though. Watch if you have kids, be the brownest babies, black hair, brown skin, brown eyes. You're gonna be like, people are gonna think I kidnapped this kid.
I was telling Mom today about the names that we say are like, what did we say? They were expired.
Oh, the Effanies, the Stephanies, the Kimberlys.
Robert, I'm sorry. I know there's a lot of Roberts in my family, but
Robert needs to be
your
expired.
name needs to go.
Any of the old time names. But you know what? I don't really like any of the new names either. Who was telling me? Somebody was telling me some names of boys, and I was just like, I don't really like those names.
I don't like what's his face's kid's name. The Tesla guy.
Oh, Elon?
Because I don't even. What the heck?
What? It's like.
You know, I saw a post about
that,
and it said, "What is this kid gonna do when they have to take like the SATs? Because you have to fill in your name through like those bubbles, like MAL. They don't have that like weird."
I don't know. Is that his legal name? I don't know if it is.
I hope not. Kid's gonna have a hard time. But
I just don't. I guess they would. Yeah, I don't get that. I think he's just. I know he said he was. Part of the reason was because he was his favorite like plane is the Black Hawk or something like that. Is a stealth jet from the 80s, and I think part of his name is that, like the symbol for that or whatever. I don't remember what the other part of it was, but it was like things he liked, and he was just trying to symbolize it.
I feel like naming a kid is scary.
Scary?
It's scary.
Oh, why?
Because that kid's gonna have that name forever unless they change it.
Just name
but they're
your
still
boy,
gonna have it for at least 18 years.
Name your boy Thaddeus, and your girl Jasper.
Oh,
done.
I don't like that name. And what the heck was that first one you came up with? I would rather name my kid Jasper.
Sorry for anybody named Thaddeus out there.
Jasper.
Or Jasper.
Mia likes the name Jasper.
Of course she
Mia
does.
can name her kid Jasper.
Your mom likes the name Jasper.
She does?
Yes.
Are you kidding?
I'm telling you, I think she wanted to name you Jasper. I think that was one of them.
You're kidding. I'm going to ask her that.
Something like that. Some weird name like that. Jasper, Casper, Asper. I don't fucking know.
There's just, I feel like naming a kid is scary. Because you don't want to give it like a basic name. But any like unique names are hard.
You got 9 months to figure it out, so.
Yeah, y'all probably waited last minute to name me and Mia, which is why my middle name's Marie.
I like Marie.
I don't.
It goes. Your name flows good, Maliah Marie Robles.
Yeah, it's because it's a freaking. What is that English term called? You probably don't know. It's like like.
You just treat me like I was stupid. You fucking butthole.
It's the thing, or it's like an alliteration.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
It's like when like the first letter has the same, so it's like MMM. Or like, like Emily Murray would be an alliteration.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
It's like, yeah, I can't think of anything.
I still think it's good. I think it flows right. I think that's why I liked it.
Oh.
I think even though I found your name and your mom liked it, I tried to get her to name you something else because I knew that yours and Mia's name were going to be too close. You know what I did?
Like not.
This is what I did in my mind back then. I pictured myself yelling at both of you to see.
You did what?
Yeah, I pictured myself like, "God damn it, Mia! God damn it, Maliah!" So you think about that, picture that. It's like, am I gonna mix that up? I'm like, I am. And so I tried to convince your mom, like, let's change this. This is just a little too close. And I'm thinking, if I start yelling, I'm gonna get it mixed up. And I do. But I don't yell at you guys. I just mix it up. Like,
Maliah, but you don't that often. Maliah. If you do, I guess I just don't notice it.
I do it really bad. I
notice
it
with
when
Mom
I'm tired.
all the time.
When I'm tired and it's like, I'm just trying to talk to you. And I'm like,
but our names aren't even that similar. They both just start with the same letter. It's like the only similarity.
I know.
They're literally different syllables.
But your brain's starting that out. That Mia.
My favorite daughter, Maliah.
One of my favorite daughters, Maliah. My other favorite daughter, Mia. My favorite
Mia
son,
agreed with me. I'd like you to
Mio.
know. Mom was like, I talked to your sister because I wanted to see her opinion, and Mia said that yes, she's Mom's favorite and I'm Dad's. Like, I'm Dad's and she's Mom's. Mia agreed with me, and I said, I knew it.
You think Mia's your mom's favorite?
Oh, heck yes.
Really?
Oh, yes, I do.
Since when?
can sense it. I told her I
think
sense it. My senses are always right.
I think they're getting along better.
And then Mom told me, what did she say? Mom said something. We were talking about this too. She called me something, and I said I can't help it that I'm right. But
I love you both equally.
And then, yeah.
I think we...
I like to say it because I know it makes Mom mad.
I think we think alike, and so that makes us close in that way.
That
even though we have difference of opinion, but we're willing to tell each other.
I told Mom that I think I'm going to be like you when I'm older, and she said, well, why do you think that? And I said, well, not that I was like, I'm fine with it. I was just like, I just think we have a lot of similarities already.
I think we're pretty, we're always trying to better ourselves. I think that's what we have in common. Even though Mia is too, I'm not saying she's not, but I think that our mindset on how we do that is the same. Mia does it just in a different way. So I think that's why we're connected.
Oh my God.
I'm not going to say you're my favorite. I'm sorry.
I also had to do, like, for that stupid project that I had to do, I had to do short-term and long-term goals, but he wasn't specific on whether he wanted it to be, like, career-wise or not, so I wasn't really sure, but most of them kind of were anyways. It's like for the short-term ones, I don't remember what I put. I know one of them was that I wanted to get at least a B in accounting. So that's scary.
What are you at right now? What are you at right now? What's your
Well,
rate?
I haven't taken accounting yet. That's next quarter.
Oh.
So fall. Because I think the short-term goals are like within a year. Oh, also getting a better job. Anywhere else. Not anywhere else, but just something better. I don't remember what the third one I put was, and then I added 2 long-term goals, and that was to get my bachelor's degree.
In business management, right? Just to let the audience know.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then something about getting a job in like film, like anywhere in like just that type of stuff. And then it was mine was to be like my definition of successful, which is like to be happy with my job and to be like decently like well off financially, and I don't know, to be able to like have an actual life outside of a job. Because I'm telling you, that's my worst fear, is to have my job consume my life.
And it probably will.
I think if it's a job that I enjoy, I won't mind it as much.
I think until you learn how to separate the two, because I know that I've done that, where I've let it consume my thoughts and my life.
I dream about Walmart.
I've done that.
I'm not even kidding, dude.
Yeah,
I have like dreams about like taking orders out to people and like picking, and then I wake up.
Do you wake up in the middle of the night and your first thought is, what do I need to do at work? Okay, I need to do this. I need to do that. I forgot I need to do that. That's what I do.
No, I maybe like a couple times, but I mean, I think right now, since I am starting at 8 now, that usually is the first thing on my mind is work. So it's like I have to get up and go to work.
I think the problem is that for most people, any work they do, if they care enough about it, their how their performance is and the work itself, it's going to consume some of your mind and some of your time outside of work. It's going to be hard not to let it, but I think you're right. I think as long as you have if you can maintain that balance of, this is my life, this is what I enjoy, this is my work, this is how I perform well, I think you'll be happy.
I just think one of my worst fears is getting a job that I don't like.
Well, 90% of the people out there have a job they don't like.
That sounds absolutely
probably higher or probably lower, but
which is why I don't like that our lives we have to work a lot.
I think what it is, it's not the job itself, it's the environment at the job. If you can make the environment good, the work doesn't matter as much.
Yeah, that's why one of the qualities that I put that like I look for, that like I want in like a company, is good management.
Yeah, you need good leadership, because if you don't have good leadership, it makes it hard.
I said that the management can make or break a company.
I'm glad you realize that. That's something that some people don't figure out.
Yeah, man, it's insane.
I think you figured it out because you're in a place right now where there's not good leadership and there's not good management, and so you can see the effects of that. I think if you did have that, the place would be a little bit more enjoyable for you, a little bit more tolerable for you to want to go to. You'd still hate what you do, maybe.
Kind of. I mean,
but you would like the environment, so it makes you want to go back.
Isn't like bad, especially since it's really easy for the most part. The fact that we're in the middle of a remodel, but
yeah, that's something out of your control.
Yeah, for the most part, it's decently easy. Because I mean, I'm just like getting things, but there's just certain things that I'm like, it's my last straw.
But you also have to, and I know you don't want to, but you also have to speak up.
Ugh,
I mean, even if there's 100% guarantee nothing's gonna change, at least you voiced your opinion, and as long as you're doing it respectfully, maybe they'll listen. Say, hey, this would work better if we did things this way. Maybe they'll listen. Maybe they'll give it a chance and they'll do it.
I'm hoping that they're gonna hire more people, which I think I heard something about that they're trying to, which I hope is true. I don't know how long it takes to do that. I know I got hired and like started working within like a week.
Yeah, places like Walmart it's probably pretty fast. It's just a matter. Did you get interviewed? I think you did, didn't you?
I had like a really brief interview over the phone. Not like much. You basically just asked me like,
how old are you? Oh, 18. Okay.
Literally, that it was like, well, if you're going out and you see two cans and you see a dented one and a regular one, which one are you gonna grab?
The dented one.
The dented one.
And then I'm gonna take it home. Then I'll give the customer
It's
the
like,
non-dented.
Okay. Actually, cans are really hard to find because they're all dented. I swear to God, every single one you pick up, it's like dent.
All the good value ones were usually dented. I remember when I would go there. I don't remember what I would get, like corn or some shit. I'd be like, what the fuck?
Those are hard to find. Not
looks like
dented.
It's been beaten up. I don't know.
They're very hard to find, not undented. But I mean, it's possible sometimes, unless they're very low in stock. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Everyone's leaving us. They're all going to like Cap 2.
Soon you'll leave.
But not to Cap 2. I don't know where I want to get a job. I think I need to look into like internships.
If anybody's doing an internship or anything that has to do with business management, please contact Maliah Robles on Facebook.
They're not gonna want to contact me.
They will. I mean, I think you would do your best.
Oh my God, I don't know how this reminded me of that. It really has nothing to do with it. There's this girl on TikTok. She always makes me laugh. She likes to. She does like fake. Is
it that one girl?
Oh, no, stop! Oh my God, I should probably tell that story. I'm thinking about it. Ow! I'll tell it after this. But she does like fake interviews. So she acts like she's being like interviewed by Jimmy like Kimmel or something. And she'll be like, yeah, in like my most recent movie, like blah blah blah, and it just makes me laugh because I've definitely done that. Like I'm like in an interview.
This is how I would act if I was in this interview with Jimmy Kimmel.
Like it's like, oh yes.
I don't think I've ever done
like my
that.
castmates. Like when I had to do that stupid speech about winning an Oscar.
Oh.
It's like, thank you.
That makes sense. Fun. That makes sense you would do that.
Yeah, they're fun. It's funny.
Tell your story. Maybe she's watching.
No, she's not.
You're the biggest fan.
No, that's so embarrassing.
Thank you, Annabelle.
No, Annabelle and Juliet, I hate them both. I don't even. Okay, so basically it was just this girl on TikTok. She's from Yakima, but I don't even know. She just had like a decent amount of followers and stuff, but she kept coming up on my For You page. And so Annabelle and I were always like,
mine as well.
Oh my God, like this chick's from Yakima, it's kind of cool. And she came to the theater. And so Annabelle was working tickets and I was in concession. So I was like, oh, Annabelle. And so she came back and I was like, I think that's that girl from TikTok. And she was like, oh yeah, that's cool. And we were just like, yeah, whatever.
Oh, Annabelle.
And then she comes to my line, and I was just like, whatever, just taking her order and her friend's orders. And then she said something about, like, how she heard, like, I was a big fan or something, and I was like, what? And I look up, and Annabelle and Julian are laughing at me, and I was like, what? And her friend's like, you like TikTok? And I was just standing there like, I don't even know your name. I didn't say anything. Because what am I going to say? Like, no, I don't like you. But I was like, oh, okay. And then she left, she paid, whatever. And Annabelle and Julian, like, come back. And Julian's like, yeah, I knew her. I told her you were a big fan.
Oh, man.
And I was like, that's so mean.
So horrible.
And
I love it.
I went into the back for like 5 minutes to like
just embarrassed.
Unembarrassed myself because that was terrible. I feel like there's more to it, but I don't really remember it.
You should just ask her for an autograph, made her feel better.
No, I mean, God, that's why. I mean, I just didn't know what to say. Like, what was I? I couldn't just be like, no, I'm not a fan. It's rude.
Caught you totally off guard.
No, it was so out of nowhere.
Oh, Annabelle, that was such a great prank.
No, it was so mean.
God, I want to high five her.
So
good job, Annabelle.
Mean.
It was mean, but you gotta admit.
It was so good.
You gotta admit, that's pretty good.
I'm telling her, I was like, that was awful, but it was good.
Are you planning any retaliation?
I'm not like, we've never been good at pranks.
I don't know. That's pretty good.
That one was, I think her best one.
Spur of the moment prank, but
like our actual like pranks that we've tried to do, we're usually on Katie because she always fell asleep the first. So we would. I think one time we put her hand in water. I don't think anything happened.
I'm glad you didn't say like glue her eyelids shut.
No, we didn't do anything that bad. God, I think we did that once. I think one time. We put like hot sauce in her top ramen, and then she asked anyone like if she asked us if we put anything in it, and we said no. She said it's really spicy. And I think that was like about it.
You guys suck at pranks.
We tried to do this one where like there was like scary noises. And we were like going to sleep, and we acted to sleep, but I don't think she fell for that at all. And then I think it like shut off too. So we've never been very good at pranks.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised you're not good at it because I've done so many to you.
You have?
With the little doll in the hallway.
I forgot about that. Oh my God, yeah. Was that when my room was up here?
Yeah, it was.
That was forever ago.
There.
Holy crap.
And you did something to me, and I was like, all right, I'm going to get her back. I'm going to put this little doll, that little
What
creepy
did I
doll.
do to you? I feel like I did do something.
I don't know.
I haven't done many
pranks. I think you tried to scare me.
Probably.
You kept trying to jump out and jump scare me.
Well, I know. This isn't really a prank, but I know like I did like they taped like the Hannah Montana like Nicolas Cage thing into your mirrors. That's still there.
Is it still there?
That was like 5 years ago.
I don't think it is. I think we took it down.
I did that.
You put the Demi Lovato
fathead thing.
Fathead above my bed.
Yes, I did.
We kept that up there for a little while.
That was up there for a bit.
What else?
I don't know, but that doll thing, that scared the crap out of me because I just opened my door and there's a stupid freaking doll standing there.
And it's so simple. Just a creepy little doll.
It's always things that just like are outside your door. Brooklyn did the freaking same thing to me. She put her stupid sloth right outside my door. It's her sloth or something like that. It scared the crap out of me because I just opened my door in the basement to like this giant thing.
Unexpected moments. It's like, oh, that's unexpected. Little creepy doll.
And then I don't like that door in the basement. Ugh, the closet.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause when the lights were randomly on down there, I think you guys were showing somebody the house. I don't remember who, but the lights were on.
I think it was
And then I had to go in there and shut them off.
The sprayer guy that sprays for insects.
I don't know, but I had to go in there and shut it off, and I was scared.
Or maybe I was pranking you.
Yeah, those insect people always scare me because I guess that's the last time I was awake. But
well, and I told you too.
Yeah, like, hey, they didn't scare me then. I mean, they knocked on the door, I didn't answer.
And he came right after I left too.
Yeah, pretty
soon
after.
I waited the whole fucking time.
Pretty soon after he came,
and
because I didn't answer the door.
This guy's not gonna come.
But no, they always scared me whenever they would come because I was always like asleep when they would come, and then I'd wake up to them like spraying my window, and I'd be like,
at least you know you're safe.
But oh yeah, thank God for spiders. That's randomly one of my worst fears for whatever reason. I have like a lot of fears. I have way too many fears.
Gotta get over it.
Spiders,
kill
getting
spiders.
kidnapped.
Kidnap yourself.
Oh.
Kill the spiders.
Getting kidnapped. That one's like a weird one. Heights. I don't like heights.
I hate heights.
I don't like the dark.
I'm alright with the dark.
Sometimes. I don't mind it. I've gotten better, but I still don't like it. I don't like a lot of things. Sharks. Alligators actually are like a new fear of mine.
How are you afraid of something you've never seen?
Frick, I don't know, because they're gonna come and like eat me.
I guess
I'm
I'm
gonna
afraid
somehow
of them
come to
too.
like land. I don't know. And like travel the Yakima.
I'm not like afraid. Like I don't actively think of them, but if I like was in the
Oh, me
ocean
either,
and
but
I
I-
saw like a fin, I'd be like, all right, it's time for me to get the
Like
fuck out.
alligators. I feel like I've just seen a lot of things about alligators lately. Maybe it's because I've been looking more into like
Please don't get eaten
Florida
when you're in
things.
Florida.
Yeah, because those things are like weird. There's like a video of one just like walking across a golf course.
That big ass one. Yeah, that dinosaur.
They're freaking huge.
That motherfucker's huge.
Also, I didn't realize how big. What are they called? Moose. Is that like the plural for them too?
Yeah.
Moose. A moose. Moose. Is
Meese.
moose?
No, it's moose.
Meese.
I think it's mooses.
Or is it just moose? I don't know. Either way, those things.
Those things are huge.
Freaking huge. I was watching this video of this girl on TikTok. She like threw something in the trash, anyways, and the guy was like, "Oh, there's a moose behind you," and it's just like huge. And I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're like
I don't know what.
humongous.
I think I just thought they were like the size of a cow. I don't know, but they look bigger than
No.
that.
Yeah, they can.
I don't
they
think I've
can
ever
be,
really
like,
seen
the size
one.
of a cow, but they're usually big.
I don't think I've ever seen one. Where are they? They're not here, are they? They're like in Canada.
I think so.
I don't know.
I think we have some up north. I don't know. You'd have to talk to a hunter. Maybe talk to Eric, Julie's husband.
Can you show me a moose? They're so scary. Big animals scare me. Bears scare me. I don't think I'll ever really come across one. I don't go into the woods very
The
often.
good thing is you live in a city. Just be careful when you go hiking. Cougars scare me. Mountain
Ooh.
lions.
Yeah.
Remember that mountain lion?
Was
Were
that
you
what?
awake?
I was awake, but I didn't see it. Because I think
Nobody
I was kind of
saw
laying
it.
down.
I'm like, I felt like I'm the only one that saw this
'Cause
thing.
I think I was awake during that entire like,
and it was
car ride.
so big, and I was like, "Holy crap! That is the biggest
I always
mountain
miss
lion I've ever
things.
seen."
I think I was looking out the window, but I wasn't looking forward.
It looked like it was the length of the half the road when we're driving, because we were. It was probably. So we're driving. It was my birthday last year. We were driving to where the hell did we go? Forks, Washington. And I think we're maybe like 2 hours away from Forks, maybe an hour. And I'm driving.
Because you're on that windy road, right?
Yeah, but it was a straightaway. And maybe half a mile down the road, I see this huge mountain lion crossing the road. And it looked like it took maybe like a few steps to get across. But at the peak of seeing it, it looked like it was half the size of the road from head to end to tail. So the body looked as wide as the front of the car from that distance.
That's so scary.
And I was like, that is a huge mountain lion. I'm like, do you guys see that? And by the time anybody looked, it was gone. I was like, oh my God. I've never seen a mountain lion in real life. And two, I never thought they were that big. I was like, oh my God, that thing
Could've
looked like a
said I didn't see
panther.
it. What? How long was that car ride?
Like 5.5 hours, I think. Maybe 5 hours. But we stopped.
Okay, yeah, it felt like a very long drive.
We stopped at that native place by
Yeah.
the bay, and then
I don't know where we stopped.
that
I
windy
think we
road was
stopped like
horrible.
a couple.
I was getting car sick driving. I don't think I've ever been car sick driving.
That was a cool trip, though. It was interesting.
It was. It was good to go down there and see
The tree of life.
the tree of life.
The giant like trees. What are they called?
Yeah, those trees are beautiful.
Huge.
They were huge.
It was
That
very
whole
green.
place is
See,
beautiful.
I do like how pretty it is, but I just think it's so gloomy.
Well, we had that one nice day, maybe two.
I don't remember.
We were there for a day and a half, or 2.5 days.
I don't know how long we were there. But
Half a day.
anyway, it was like kind of gloomy.
It was.
But
But when it was nice, it was nice.
I do like how pretty it is there, but I think I wouldn't like living over there.
It's too far from anything.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot.
Yeah, it's too small of a town. Even though I like I like Yakima. I think Yakima's a good size, but when you get out there to the outskirts of anything,
I would hate to live in a really like, small town.
I think as you get older, you might want to, but I don't know. I need high speed internet. I just need it. I just love my internet. Let's wrap this up. I think we've been talking. I don't even know how long we've been talking.
I have no idea.
Probably
a while.
When
we started this.
I was trying to make this short. Sorry, everybody. I was trying to make short podcasts.
Talk about the strippers.
We like to talk about strippers for some reason.
This is just like what we talk about in the kitchen.
I have no idea who the next guest will be. I don't know when the next episode will be. We'll try to make it soon. Maliah, I appreciate you coming on again. Even though you live in the same house as me. Wish you'd be my social media manager again. I'll pay you $2 an hour.
I will still help you.
Anyway, to everybody, bye, Maliah.
Farewell.
Bye, Maliah.